Ethereum is created some new all-time highs, and it does look like we're about to push on a lot further yet. Looking at that Ethereum BTC pair, I think it's primed to go, and it's definitely massively undervalued. So in this video, we'll have a look at some key areas that we could target as a buying opportunity, and then have a look at some price predictions, and have a look at some key areas that we could do to take some profits. So without further ado, let's crack on. So hello, welcome to Operation Crypto, and welcome to a fresh video where we're going to analyse Ethereum. We'll also just start off by having a look at general market sentiment, see what's going on, because things are starting to get very exciting now. Like I said in previous videos, this was a key area at 52% support for Bitcoin dominance. We have lost that, and I think what's driving that is Ethereum BTC rise, but we'll look at that shortly. In this video, we will look at both USDT and the BTC pairings of Ethereum. So looking at this is a Bitcoin market dominance. Just going back in time a little bit to the alt season of 2017-2018, this was within around this area here. And if you look here, we saw pretty much zero support for Bitcoin dominance. It just felt like a lead balloon once we did lose this level. And hopefully we can see that same scenario again. Hopefully, I mean, I'm not going to say we're going to drop down to 35% again, but that possibility is always there. I mean, we're currently at 49%, and things are still undervalued in terms of altcoins. So BTC dominance looking very bearish, but that is good for altcoins and Ethereum. So let's start off by looking at Ethereum USDT. As you can see, we are creating new all-time highs. If we just drop right, so let's get rid of that Fibonacci. That green line is my all-time high, so let's just drop right into 4 hour first and just have a tinker up, move it up into where it should be. So we have hit $2,790. Slight rejection from it at the minute, but things aren't looking too bad, to be honest. So just go back to the daily time frame, having a look at the entire move here. So on the way up, we've had some decent pullbacks. We was bearish for a little while. We did see that BTC had a wobble, and inevitably that took it out on the entire market. But it didn't really drop much in terms of Ethereum price. This was the high when we dropped. We dropped 23%. Some other projects, especially alts like VeChain, Zilliqa, Polkadot, dropped up to 40%. So it did show that there was strength in Ethereum and the BTC pair. If you just look at that, that hardly dropped at all. I think that dropped, what did we drop there? Yeah, 10%, so it didn't drop much at all there. So looking at Ethereum Tether, I've already got $3,000 marked up. I think that is the first major area of resistance. But just looking at this daily time frame, it is looking good. We've had a crossover on the moving averages on those on the histogram at the MACD down the bottom, and the histogram is to the upside, and the RSI is just about to touch 70%, which you would say is overbought. But when we are going into price discovery, you would expect the RSI to be above 75 and just stay up there and keep creating those new all-time highs. So dropping into 4 hours, this is where we'll do pretty much most of the analysis. Let's just put a little bit of a bearish scenario on this first, and have a look at some potential areas that we could either use as an investment level or use as a bit of a trade setup. So we'll take the entire move from this wick here, from the bottom to the top. If I'm ever looking to invest in a project that's done quite a substantial move to the upside, I would target buys within around the 382 level, so which is here at 2,558, all the way down to the 618 level, which is a golden ratio at 2,410. So if you're looking for buys, you may potentially get some orders filled anywhere from 2,558 down to 2,410. But the market is looking quite strong in terms of Ethereum, so you may not get orders filled down at this bottom, but a good chance you will get them filled down at this level. In terms of targets, I think the first major target is $3,000, which I do believe will happen quite soon. If we're just looking in terms of resistance levels, because we do know we're in price discovery, let's take a look at this entire move here. You could say that this is the next area of resistance going up from here. Anyway, I mean, we did it at around this level. It's quite, I mean, I had it on there before, but we did break through it. So that was the first major area of resistance at 2748. We broke through that. So really what we need to do is look at these next levels, but I'm just going to put that on there for now, and that does give us a little bit of a factor to see where we're going. Just in that bearish scenario, remember we could drop down and within this channel, somewhere down to these levels, but I can't see it happening, to be honest. I mean, the lowest point we could potentially go is 2385. That's very close to that 618 level, so just be wary that we could potentially drop down to those levels. In my opinion, though, I don't think it'll happen. I think we will start to push on soon. So potential buy zones within around that area. In terms of price targets, $3,000, and then you can look to target that 618 level at 3185. In my opinion, I do think that we will hit $5,000 this cycle. Still quite a way off if you look at that in terms of price from there to here. Well, it's not massive, 81%. You would think, right, oh, 81% sounds a lot, but in cryptocurrency it's nothing. So let's just monitor this price for now. Let's see if we do come back down to retest this channel level of support and then pop back up. So hopefully we don't, and hopefully we can just push straight on and start creating them new all-time highs. You're just looking at the histogram here. It is slightly run out of steam, so we might get a tick to the downside if we do get that crossover there on the moving averages. So that is the Tether pair covered. If we just take a look at the BTC pair, because this is where it is most exciting. I want to just drop into the let me put the line chart on. This just gives you a better scenario of what's going on. Drop into the weekly, zoom right out. So the previous all-time highs, we did hit pretty much 0.14 BTC. Currently we are at 0.05 BTC. So we've got 205% to make up before. Actually, it's a bit lower. 190% before we do hit that peak on the line chart there. And who knows? I mean, if you look at that in terms of where's my lines? Candles. The wicks up there, we did go up to that level, so that's where the highest point was at 204% at 0.15. So who knows? Let's hope we can push up to those levels. In my opinion, I do think we will start to push up to that level and break that level at some stage over the course of this cycle. We do know that a hell of a lot of projects are built on top of Ethereum. That adds to that entire ecosystem, the transactions building. So Ethereum is getting used a lot. We do know that we have a Boolean upgrade coming too in July, so that will be something to aim for. Inevitably turning Ethereum into a deflationary asset at some stage, taking that proof of work away. We do know that we'll be staking also, which is in play. So there's got a lot going for it. I know the network is massively congested and the fees are astronomical, but everything's built on it. I mean, we've got NFTs, we've got new projects, we've got yield farming. There's so much going on at Ethereum. It is the world computer, as they say. So all you have to do is hold this asset. And remember, last year this was down at $83, and now we're creating new all-time highs up at 2778, well 2790. So things are looking very, very bullish. Potentially this might not play out, but just monitor it and see what goes on. We might just break through this resistance and push on and start smashing $3,000 before this video even gets published. So all in all, very, very bullish on Ethereum. Just looking at some potential buys though in Satoshi levels. I've got a couple levels marked up here already. If we just analyze this move from the bottom to the top, where we're creating new yearly highs on the Satoshi pair, this is the level you need to look at, the 382 level. Can't see it's dropping in Ethereum, that, to be honest, because it's flying and it's got a lot going for it. So if you're looking for buys, 0.048 could be the level to target. If BTC does start to push on, it might take it out of Ethereum, and I mean, who knows? Well, I'll say who knows. 618 level may come into play, but I would say you got a better chance of getting some orders filled within around this level. First major area of resistance is 0.054. And then I think once we do break above that level, what I will do is jump in some further price analysis and have a look at what's going on there, because I think once we do start breaking up above that, things will start to look very, very interesting. So that will do it for today's video. That is some price analysis on Ethereum. In my opinion, I do think we will hit $5,000 this cycle, maybe even more, but let's keep his feet on the ground and let's just watch going on by the day. So that will do it for today's video. If you are not already, then please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and I'll catch you next time.